Hello everyone, I am Niharika John Mehra, your educator at Unacademy. We have started a new course which is changing active into passive voice, and today we are going to learn formats for present continuous tense. Now these formats are for all kind of sentences in active and passive voice but in present continuous tense. So before moving ahead, a little bit about me. I'm a mass communication graduate and currently doing my post graduation in MA English Literature. I'm an English trainer at Unacademy and also a freelance personality development trainer. For all my lessons and courses, you can follow me right over here on this link, or you can just click the follow button which is below this video, and you will be able to access all of my courses and lessons which I have made on Unacademy till now. Coming on to the first category of sentence, which is affirmative sentence. Now, affirmative sentences are the positive sentence, general statements or facts that we say or write. If we talk about in making such sentences in present continuous tense, in active voice it will start with the subject, the one who is doing that action. Then is, am or are depending upon the subject. If it is singular then is, if it is plural then are, if it is I'm talking about myself, then am. Then verb ing. Now verb ing means I am adding ing at the last of my verb. So that is the ing form of verb. Then object. For example, Dave is kicking the ball. Now who is doing this work of kicking? Dave, he is the doer. In the starting we have written his name. Then is, because it's one person, singular noun. Then kicking, that is the action, and the combination of is and kicking, it is telling me that this sentence is in active voice and in present continuous tense. So you need to always keep on check what is the combination of verb used in your sentence. And at last we have the object on which the work is done. Another example, they are eating apples. Some activities going on. The persons or people who are doing it, it is a they, more than one. That's why are is used. Then eating. Eat plus ing, eating. So that is verb ing form, and then what they are eating apples. So in this manner, we get our sentence in active voice in present continuous tense. The same sentence, if we want to make it in passive voice, it will start with the object which is there in active voice, followed by is, am or are. Now it is used according to the object. Then being, this word is fixed for passive voice in present continuous tense. Then third form of verb, and then by doer, the one who is doing the action. For example, the ball is being kicked by Dave. So here the ball, which was the object, comes at first. Then we are writing is because ball is singular. Then being. Being is the hint, is plus being. This combination is the hint that the sentence is in passive voice and that also in present continuous tense. Verb third form is kicked and the person who is doing it is mentioned at the last of the sentence. So such sentence is formed in passive voice for present continuous tense. Another example, apples are being eaten by them. So apples, which was object over here, it comes in front in the starting of the sentence. Then are, because it is more than one apple, it is plural. Then being, which is the fixed word. Then eaten, which is third form of eat. And then by them. Who is doing the work? Those people. So in this manner we form passive voice. Next we see negative sentence. Now the sentences which are used to deny something, not word is used in it. So in present continuous tense, active voice, sentence will start with a subject. According to it is am or are, then not, then ing form of verb, and then object. For example, Dave is not kicking the ball. They are not eating apples. Again, the combination which is telling us that this sentence is in active voice is the one who is doing it is mentioned in the starting of the sentence, and it is in which tense. It is known by the format is plus verb ing, are plus direct verb ing form. In passive voice, if we talk about the same tense, it starts with the object of active voice, then is, am, or are according to the object, then not, then being, then verb third form, and then by plus doer. So even if we are taking continuous tense, we will not use ing form of verb in passive voice. Passive voice combination will be always this, which is mr plus not if it is a negative sentence, plus being, which is major part of this sentence, and verb third form. For example, the ball is not being kicked by Dave. Apples are not being eaten by them. So the part of the sentence which tells about continuous is being, which tells about present is mr, like the ball is, apples are, and then verb third form tells that it is in passive voice. Now let's see interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence are the sentences which are used to ask questions. Now here we are first discussing such interrogative sentence which has answer just as yes or no. In active voice, it will start with is, am, or are, then subject, then verb in ing form, and then object. For example, is Dave kicking the ball? Dave is singular, that's why we have used is. Kicking, ing form of kick, and the object. Again, another example. Are they eating apples? So, because subject is they, we have used are. Then eating, ing form of eat, and apples. What they are eating? The object is apples. In passive voice, is, am, are will definitely come in starting, followed by object, which was there in active voice. Then being will be there, then verb third form, and then by doer. So again we see that being is telling us that the sentence is in continuous tense, is mr, present continuous tense, and verb third form is confirming that the sentence is in passive. For example, is ball being kicked by Dave? So the ball, it came over here, is remains same according to the ball, and then being kicked third form by whom? By Dave. Are apples being eaten by them? So apples, that was object, comes here after are. Then because apples it is in plural, we are using are, then apples, then being, then eaten third form of eat, and by whom? By them. So in this manner we operate for interrogative sentences having answer as yes or no. Now another kind of interrogative sentence, such kind where we have detailed answer. These kind of sentences starts with WH. WH means word, what, why, how, where, when. These 5 words are used, and it is going to be like this in active voice. Sentence will start with WH word, then is, am, are according to the subject, then subject who is the doer of action, verb ing form, and then object. For example, why is Dave kicking the ball? When are they eating apples? So what we are seeing here is why and when are telling us what exactly question is. Is it about the reason? Is it about the time? Is it about the place? So these words remain same in active and passive voice, and they remain at the same position also in the starting of the sentence. We don't have to do anything with that. Later part of the sentence will tell us in what manner we have to change the sentence. So here we see that why is Dave kicking the ball? When are they eating apples? So is used according to Dave. Are is used according to they. And then ing form of verb followed by the object. In passive voice, sentence will start with WH followed by is, am or are according to the object which was there in active voice, then being, then verb third form which is past participle form followed by and doer's name. For example, why is ball being kicked by Dave? So the ball over here comes just at the third position after y and after is. We have not changed the word y, neither its position. Ball was singular, so is, helping verb is used, then ball, then being. Kicked is third form of kick, and by whom? By Dave. Next example is when are apples being eaten by them? So again, when remains same, and are is used here because it's apples. Apples are plural, that is why are. Then being, which is the constant word for continuous tense in passive voice. Then eaten, which is third form of verb, and by whom? By them. So at last we have sentences with no doer, which means that we are asking question to know who did it or who is the doer of that action. Sentence with no doer does not mean that there is no doer present or we don't want to tell the name of the person. But sentences with no doer means we are questioning so that in answer we can know who did it, who did that action. In active voice, present continuous, it will start with who, then is, am or are, then verb ing, and then object. For example, who is kicking the ball? Who are eating 5 apples? So here it's a little bit tricky to use is, am, are. If you totally have no idea who is the doer, you can use is or you can use are. But if you know that this particular action is done by one person only, then you will use is, otherwise you will use are. In passive voice, we start our sentence with by whom, then is, am or are, which is according to the object which we get from the object of active voice, then being, and then verb third form. That's it. For example, by whom is the ball being kicked? So it starts with by whom. Because ball is singular, we are using is. Then being to tell that the sentence is in continuous tense, and then kicked, which is third form of kick. Again, another example, by whom are apples being eaten? So apples, which was here as object, comes right over here, and because it is in plural, we are using are, and after our apples we are using being and then verb third form. So these were the formats which we can follow for active and passive voice, especially when it comes to changing in present continuous tense. Thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned for more lessons, and please don't forget to rate, review, recommend and share this video.